How are you, dear masters? How are you doing, little pieces of me? Yesterday, during the first day of the opening, I was talking to these immense beings that are beginning the first opening to be a consultant. Remember, to be a Humano Puente consultant, there are 2 5-day openings. Why consultant and not therapist? Look on Instagram for a video that I recorded some time ago about doubts and questions about the consultation and all that. But I talked to them and I explained something that is beautiful and that I share with you. And it is the fact that a symptom is the collapse of the components of the histories, attracted by a force that follows time. That in the human being is called emotion. And symptom is the collapse in the world of matter and reality. I am not only referring to the body, but to all reality that an observer can perceive. That is one of the parts of that scheme that has been formed. When that emotion that was kept and that was not released was created, there was an observer in that emotion who is the one who experienced the replica of the components of this event in previous events, and who transited that component of events, and from the place of observer creator of that. That is, I created and observed it as I explained in other previous videos. It is that observer who at the same time provides the emotional component, a load, a diameter, a volume to what is happening. That volume is going to be the energy with which the event is going to be repeated. Here, closer to the present, with the identity, with a series of components in its unconscious identity. In the present, someone who has that observer role activated, because he has components in his identity that connect him with the first observer. They are called the same. They have the same amount of children or their dates are related. What is called unconscious identity. In the book The Creator's Economy, I write more than in any other book about the unconscious identity, which is very important. Is observer with this unconscious identity that allows him to observe what someone left recorded with that emotional volume. Now with consciousness, he can observe this event called symptom. I do not have the partner I want. I do not get along well with my children. I have a bad economy. My shoulder hurts. I have pancreatitis. I have arthrosis in the hip. I have spondyloarthrosis. I have kidney stones. I have hypertension. All that is collapsed matter, placed in consciousness, or placed at a sensory level in front of an observer who has the code of that observer who created it. Something like that observer who created it, whether it is myself, because I may be in front of a scene that happened to me at half my current age, or it happened to me at a certain point in life, or it is my previous self from this experience, is living that history again. There is that idea conveying that humans stumble over the same stone twice, and the universe always orbits around the same stone. What changes is consciousness. The whole universe orbits around the same stone because it is the human being in the human experience, the one that puts order to the universe because it is individual. At first it seems easy because, of course, I was the same person at 20 as I am now. It seems that it is like that, but it is not entirely like that. But I also have the identity of previous observers related in a certain scale with me, that come from the individual unconscious mind. They go through the family unconscious, and finally they reach the collective unconscious, after which there is the unconscious of the predecessors of what today is called humanity. That is, animal evolution, evolution of plants, evolution of microorganisms, evolution of minerals, evolution of stars, evolution of the universe. My oldest ancestor still lives with me on earth. I still live with him. Sometimes I worry. I don't know anything about my great-grandmother. Here is your 1,000 times great-grandmother, and great-grandfather, which is the earth. Take the opportunity and talk to the earth. We are going to talk about that in this shamanism gathering that already has a name. It is called Bioexisting Shamanism Initiation. I will announce that today or tomorrow. You will see a video where I tell you more. It is ready. I am very happy with that. So the symptom is nothing more than matter accommodated with a history that will have the size and strength. It is not the same a fever of 37 degrees as a pancreatic cancer. Being scared in an elevator is not the same as a heist with hostages. The strength of each of those acts that one can even visualize is directly proportional to the strength generated there in the situation in which the condiments were provided to this collapse of sensory events that allow me to be able to visualize it, to be able to become aware, to go in search of those emotions in consultation, of course, to go to understand the logic of all those that gave strength, dimension, diameter to this emotion and deactivate it from there. I like the subject so much that I didn't even drink mate. Do you understand? Beautiful beings, beautiful pieces of God, that life is not what people believe life is. Do you know the difference that there is by taking that idea and recognizing yourself as the creator and going in search of those emotions and healing them and repairing them? Do you know which of your potential beings has more possibilities of going towards a future in peace, united with nature, coexisting, and seeing what that bird, what the grass, the shadow, the light, the sun, the rain, a friend, the cell phone, a door handle mean to you? Who has more possibilities of going towards a future in peace? The one who is in communication with that, or the one who prefers to blame the outside, complain, who always finds an external reason and says, I know this and I know the emotions and I know the other, but in the end I prefer to blame and continue blaming, and I may tell everyone what they have to do, go decode, and I continue complaining and blaming the president, the dog, and more. Trust me, in spirituality too, I think everyone has seen it. There is a spiritual hysteria. There is a spiritual hypocrisy, a spiritual incoherence. It is seen a lot. In my universe, it is still seen a lot. Go inside, search, everything is there. There is no one outside. Do not be fooled by yourself. I send you a hug. I love you. See you tomorrow.